Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Tangledeep. It turns out there's a short in my monitor cable. I think things should be... I wiggled it back into place and things should be fine as long as I don't move my legs under my desk at all, probably. Anyway, I get a little frustrated with those item worlds that we were doing yesterday. I think it's probably time to go back to the dungeon for a little bit. We're actually still pretty far from the end. Now, when we hit max level, when we hit 15, I do want to go into our items, or into our remaining items. We're going to need to spend some time with this Titan's Gauntlet and this Juggernaut Helm and this, our weapons and stuff. And I do want to max everything out, but I think just for safety's sake, for maximum power's sake, let's get to max level before we do it. Alright, so let's get some new rumors. Upgraded Guardian Sphere has a thing. Sure, I can do that. Also, apparently, I only had one rumor slot open? What are my other ones? Fight some guy back in Old Amber Station. You know what? I'm gonna... it's a fair amount of money. Let's go do this, I guess. Alright, do you have anything exciting for me? Exciting is probably the wrong word, but I'm happy enough to see this stuff. And let's just check in with Dorito. I'm just curious. We don't have enough JP to learn it anyway. But I'm curious if we've gotten there. Okay, we did get there. So now it's just a matter of picking up 1,000 job points. Did I actually... Did I see what it did? I didn't. Whatever, we'll find out. And honestly, I'm going to prioritize that fairly highly. I rebuilt our bars a little bit, but it's going to... Another rebuilding is going to come. Because obviously... we have a lot of skills yet to learn. So just out of curiosity, is there anything like really cool over here? Oh, there is. Increases damaging effects of gamblers' wild cards and roll the bones. Has 25 guile on it with 10% additional crit chance. And it's only a little bit lower in power than our current knife. 60 tokens. Oh, man. There's no way I have enough money to make 30 tokens. This would be really cool to have. Alright, non-champion monsters can never see you from more than 5 tiles away. That's awesome. 110 health, monsters less likely to notice you, extra stats. Smoke cloud causes... Okay, so this is part of a rogue set, Ramiro's Whisper. That's interesting. 120 tokens is like a crazy amount now. Remember back when things were easy? Anyway, let's fast travel ourselves. I guess we're gonna come down from the vista. I do think that this character is cool so far, though. By the way, somebody left a comment saying that, pointing out that daggers, while we have a coolish thing going on here, daggers aren't really necessarily the optimal weapon for the thing we're doing, because the damage of firebombs scales with weapon power. And so if we're doing this thing where we're dropping free firebombs all the time, using a huge two-handed weapon will make our bombs do more damage, which is a really good point. I think we're pretty committed to the build we're doing now. We're gonna keep on keeping on with it, but it's it's an interesting build to go for like a big two-handed weapon brigand and bring over like more skills from Edge Thane and stuff. There's a lot of really, really cool character builds you can do in this game. Alright, this is the floor we were looking for, right? We're just gonna find some, Grim modeled Sandjaw. Okay. Oh, never mind. We have already found him. So, don't think I really need to use any skills, probably. Yeah, we're gonna be okay. I was gonna wait for him to come to us. Seems to be largely under control. Apparently I just never have stamina. I'm walking around making it so that I never have stamina or energy. We're gonna have to be a lot more careful about bringing the right kinds of food with us, I think. Because as long as I'm keeping these things both up, we're in a dangerous spot as far as resources go. You can see we're just walking around with no everything all the time. I think we can afford to do a couple more of these. Although, some of the stuff we're seeing in the item world makes me wonder if maybe I've taken too many already. Okay, so... Let's actually talk about the brigand abilities, because I'm realizing I haven't. Smoke Cloud creates a cloud of smoke. It works a little bit like the Creeping Death, where we'll put it down in one space and then it will expand. So we get Cloak and Dagger and Shadow Step deal 20% extra damage to enemies that are in the cloud, and enemies in the cloud will take we have an extra 15% chance to crit enemies that we take by surprise in the cloud, which is pretty cool. All weapon attacks that we do with our sharp weapons now have a chance to bleed. Escape Artist stuns an enemy and lets us move one space, I believe. Cloak and Dagger is that thing where you switch spaces with an enemy and then they take a considerable bleed. You can see it does 150 weapon power, 150% weapon power on the initial hit, and then adds a 45% per turn bleed that lasts like 4 turns, I want to say. It's like 3 or 4 turns. So Cloak and Dagger is a huge amount of damage. I might have to, like I said, not have feral fighting on all the time. It might be a thing we turn on only in dangerous situations, because we're not going to have any stamina ever as things stand. Firebomb here is just 200% of weapon power as fire. It's great. We're going to be dropping them for free all the time using Cloak and Dagger and Shadow Step, which is it's just a teleport, basically. Move through shadows instantly, and it bleeds every enemy adjacent to you when you arrive, which is super cool. Fan of Knives is awesome. It's like a wide cone. Tons of damage to all the enemies in the cone. Extra damage if they're bleeding. Sleep traps are fine. Lays down 2 traps that knock out monsters who step on them. This is going to be really unreliable because of our pet dropping AoE damage everywhere. Obviously, damage wakes them up from the sleep, so we probably won't even... Well, I guess I have to pick up sleep traps because we have to learn all the abilities, but we won't bar it. Detect weakness. As you observe enemies, you periodically find and mark their vital points. So marked monsters take 35% more damage from a random direction. When you mark an enemy, it picks a side, and if you attack from that side, they take extra damage. This is tricky to use, but obviously very powerful. And 100% chance to crit on your first strike in battle. So we have 2 pretty good passives here, and we're already capped on passive slots. And I don't know... We might drop Unconscious Riposte, I guess, eventually. I'm not sure what we'll do. It sort of doesn't, like, obviously we have to pick up all the skills anyway, so it sort of doesn't matter what order it is. The only real question is, do I want to delay picking up any of these abilities at all? Just hold for 1,000 job points to get our cool dagger ability and see how good it is. It would be nice to have the firebombs earlier, but also we're not in like a huge amount of danger. I think I'm actually going to do that. We're going to hold off for 1,000 job points. I'm going to get our dagger ultimate, and then we'll go and get our class skills. Maybe that's unwise, but I'm really, really curious about that dagger ultimate. So it's a selfish motivation, you know? I'm being selfish. Surprise! The guy who's conceited enough to think that a bunch of strangers need to hear what he has to think about video games. Okay, let's, come on. Nope, that's not a very good secret area. You know what? No, I'm not going to spend stamina to jump over the lava. Largely because I didn't have any stamina. Right, I think we can probably just walk around and execute on that from the other side. We can also mostly run away from things. The poison gas is really powerful. So I'm just checking out the area. There's definitely side areas that we need to find yet. Although I guess I completed a quest. We should go back to town. See if we can get a new rumor. Okay. Oh, well, this one has a lucid orb on it. That's cool. I was kind of hoping we'd get a rumor to find side areas. It's like free rewards. This place is not very lively. Gonna let our pets deal with that. Alright, fine, I'll fight you. Come over here. We'll, let's see. Here we go. Phoenix Wing. Lay down the Phoenix Wing. Yeah. I'm gonna have to stop leaving stuff on all the time. Okay, that's interesting. The Phoenix Wing damage is shadow damage because it's using my weapon. It's not, the Phoenix Wing is not causing the damage itself. It's just a weapon strike. Where the heck is my pet? Would you... Get over here. Help me out. Don't make me do the work myself. It's not what I'm for. My purpose in life is to sit back and watch. Watch as others do all my hard work. Okay, we can, in fact, just walk around here. Ah, this guy's just an illusionist? That's not very scary. There are a lot of secret areas on this level. It's weird that there's so many claws of violence here in the ranged weapon shop. I think we need to save our gold for the moment. Got a lot of orbs of reverie to apply. I didn't even actually see. What is this? Where does this staircase go? Oh, the frozen research alcove. Let me see if I can remember. Where do you find the first red thing? Ah, down here. Yeah, let's just shove the magic crystal into the thing that the magic crystal is reacting to, without having any idea what it does. Can't see any way that could go wrong. The reward for finishing this area is not, like... It's not actually great. But we're not really in a position to say no to free stuff right now. And we do get a little bit of food and a couple of free potions and stuff. These are all things that add up. And then make no difference when I get killed from full health. To be fair, it's much less likely that we will suddenly blow up from full health on this character, what with the Juggernaut Helm. Not impossible in situations where there are multiple enemies, but far less likely. Okay, you got anything I could use? No, he's just gonna tell us to go get all of the stuff. I didn't really see anything fantastic there. Well, it was worth finding this place anyway. And we're just gonna walk across the lava. Okay, let's go down another floor, because we really didn't spend much time on the stone-hewn halls side of this at all. I want to make sure we're not missing any important side areas. Hey, everybody. Ah. Alright, I don't actually know whether that treasure hunter was killed by the explosion or not, but I like to think that the Floriconda pulled him into it. Oh, hey, it's Peebus. This dude is creepy, but yeah, let's go ahead and scratch his back. Yeah, alright, I'll buy 3 tents from you. I don't know that we need those, but it would be annoying to want rose petals and not have them. And not really, not trivial to correct, I think. I don't really know of a way to earn a bunch of rose petals for sure. So I suppose we ought to take them where we can get them. Alright, we're almost halfway to our goal. Also, those side areas are really not designed for you to come into them from the top. Or those little sort of interstitial areas, rather. I think a lot of the design here just sort of assumes that you will always be going upward, which is maybe suggestive of the idea that we're doing things wrong. We're doing a bad job. Maybe. I don't know. You definitely over-level the dungeon if you go up one side and then down the other. Well, that was easy. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't need to have Thundering Lion up all the time. The thing is, you don't really... If you don't build up the charges... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we won't end up keeping Thundering Lion as much as I like the extra parry chance and everything. I'm going to go ahead and keep pressing on these for a little while longer. Ooh, massive. That's a good Lucid Orb. We do already have one in the bank, I'm pretty sure. And also, it's a thing that you apply to shields, which I don't actually use all that often. But yeah, this, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. This Thundering Lion thing, it's draining our energy constantly, and we're not actually getting any benefit out of it. It's less bad if you actually are a... shoot, I can't even... Alright, well, we can skip walking in most of the lava. It's much less bad if you actually are a sword dancer, and you take that passive that causes you to gain energy every time you crit, probably, but... For us, it's a little impractical. I may end up cutting that for cool bandit abilities. We'll see. And are we really not going to find any new side areas here? Well, we're at least finding good flask charges to replace the ones we lost. Also, now that we no longer really need a new knife, just like constant knives everywhere. We got an actual explosion there. Okay, it did 138 damage. That's not bad. Why, that's almost as much as a single turn of standing in the gas. Okay, yeah, this floor had no side areas. Let's go down one more. I mean, that's fair. They don't all have side areas. So we're going to have a hard time maintaining our stamina as long as we're using feral fighting, but also... I don't have anything empirical here, but it feels like we get stamina power-ups much more often than we get energy power-ups. And that might be because we're burning through our stamina more quickly. It might be that when a power-up drops... the chance of, the chance that determines what it is based to some degree on your, what you are missing. Alright, we don't need any of that stuff. We have our good samurai armor challenges. I'm pretty happy with samurai armor, I have to say. I know there was a little bit of waffling and back and forth, but plus 10% all damage is just too good to pass up. Wow. Well, I certainly blew that guy up, jeez. Also, those offhand crits are very serious. Oh, hey, but look at that. We got a crit with our offhand, and it didn't heal us. Although the enemy was worthless, so it's possible that this just doesn't proc on worthless enemies. Yeah, versus non-trivial enemies. Yep, okay. Fair enough. I do still have to keep track of that. I'm not 100% sure the heal is happening. I would expect it to. But that's not the same as being certain. I don't know if that Panthox was brave or phenomenally stupid. The thing is, we don't have to fight. You could just leave me alone. Yeah, let's take another one. Should probably lay off on those. Alright, 857. Yeah, I'm not going to take any more of those for a little while. We're going to move up into the next floors of the dungeon. Try to get a feel for our power level relative to stuff. Although, I guess I'm not even really concerned about the next floors. I would expect that we're going to have a pretty easy time because I think I've over-leveled things a little bit. Thanks to all of the item worlding we've been doing. Ah, once again, no side areas. Shame. Alright, so let's go back to the real dungeon, part of the dungeon. Do you have anything else for me now that I have an open slot? Oh no, that's right. I went back and filled that rumor slot. I do like this thing where I don't have to put any effort into maintaining the Floriconda, by the way. That's working out really well for me. Okay, we should probably go ahead and check in on the other vendors of cool stuff. Also, I should stop being lazy and just walk around the lava. Looks like nothing here. Man, that's a pretty good ring. We're gonna buy maps from her every single time we're allowed to. Okay. Nothing really cool. So sorry, were we... I'm so spacey. Okay, Magma Chamber from Ancient Ruins. We have a quest for that, and then our other two quests are on the Stonehewn side. Well, let's go ahead and do the Magma Chamber. So is this is the stairs up to the actual next level? Okay. Magma Chamber might be right down here. Okay, we're not going to get any benefit out of the little quest reward, but obviously we are going to get some benefit from all the actual enemy fighting and the job points that will get us payout. I think I'm going to ignore that one. I don't want to risk making the max level enemies that are going to be in our items too much more powerful than they already are. That thing's a lot more terrifying than, or it looked a lot more terrifying than it turned out to be. Okay, let's not try to walk through all the lava here. Yeah, we're still getting some XP from fighting these enemies. Not a huge amount. Yeah, I mean, they're above worthless, right? The best we can hope for. Even with them being worth so little, we are tearing through them pretty quickly, so we'll be able to go back to town and get our ultimate dagger ability really soon. Yeah, you know what? I probably shouldn't walk in lava too much. We're not actually that tough. Do you want to clear the floor if we can? I mean, if we can. Of course we can. Alright, I think we're pretty good. No, I guess there's space up here. Alright, well we can skip some of the damage. Or I could if I ever had any stamina. Nope, turns out there's not even any enemies back here. Alright, 17 more job points. Only be a couple of enemies. Okay, and with that, we are actually, in a moment here, we are actually on the way to being a brigand, finally. Alright, teach me. What exactly does this do? It'll be some kind of powerful thing that has no cost, which is nice, because we can't really pay costs. Attack and move 3 times in the blink of an eye without using a turn. 80% of weapon power per attack. Attacks benefit from dagger stacking bonuses. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool. So, let's pull Revenge. I know I'm not actually using a lot of these at all, but I could, theoretically. I'll just move Revenge Claw back to here. Okay. Like I said, another reckoning of our ability placement is coming. Alright, Crazy Butch the Scourge. Not a very good reward for that, unfortunately. Well, hey, this wasn't helpful. And 2 Pandora's chests in here. They're tempting me. They're trying to trick me into doing something that's not a good idea. Oh, hey, look, we found the thing. Unfortunately, not actually useful to us. Blazing Ice Dagger's Shadow Grasp Frostspike. What an incredibly annoying enemy. Alright, let's try this thing out. Okay, so I queue up the targets. That's really neat. So I get to do a lot of damage without spending turns. Please don't pull me into lava. That was probably the smartest Guardian Sphere we've ever seen. It allows me to hit a large number of enemies in an area if we're fighting stuff that's not strong enough to warrant being attacked 3 times. That seems like a very, very good skill. Oh, and especially with our attacks being able to proc shadow vulnerability and stuff. Yeah, this seems great. I've been very impressed with the design of all of the weapon ultimates so far. They've all been really cool and powerful enough to warrant the cost and difficulty of acquiring them. There's just a lot of good design in this game. Let's let the pet do most of the work. Oh wait, let's use our thing. So we didn't manage to apply any shadow vulnerability there. I wonder if it's the case that the shadow vulnerability can only be applied by a normal attack, and so we should try to get a stack of it before. Let's see. Does the wording on the weapon make things any clearer? Attacks may add shadow vulnerable. Not super clear. The fact that the abilities specifically call out the fact that they do apply the dagger stacking, the dagger attack stacking thing, makes me think that probably they don't apply other effects, because if they did, they would also specifically write those out. But who knows? Maybe we just got unlucky there and didn't see a charge appear. Alright, well there's definitely at least one more enemy visible on the map. I'm hoping that we will get our proper enemies cleared thing, although maybe not. I can't remember. There's a couple of dungeons that don't give you a job point bonus, I think. It seemed like. We figured out there were a couple of side dungeons that don't give you a job point bonus for clearing the enemies out of them, but I don't remember which ones. I guess there's an area to the top right yet. Well, I feel like we've been pretty thorough here. No enemies are visible on the map. Can I? Nope. In some areas, you can just go right back to the side area entrance with a single click, which is something I wish was universally true. We want to go around here. Okay. Hey guy, give me a thing that I can sell. Sword. Yeah, there's no chance that we would have used any of the things that he gave us, so... I think what we're going to do here is go back down and start heading up the other side. Alright, are we looking for anything in particular here? Is just fight stuff? We're going to have to give a fat pumpkin to something on 13. Okay. Well, level 12 is just smash stuff and look for stairs. Got it. Something tells me we will be able to manage this task. I do love buried loot. I feel like the actual loot is rarely very good, but I do like a bunch of free shovels. I'm not even getting anything out of fighting the enemies that we're digging up here. This is just... this is terrible. Okay. Yeah, not really great. I do like all the shovels, though, and I also appreciate that there was an additional shovel actually in the box. Yeah, we're a little more powerful than is necessary here. Maybe a little more powerful than is warranted. I still don't know what's up with these columns. They're very strange. Right, the string of numbers along the bottom. It's very upsetting to me. My brain wants there to be a secret in these columns so badly. Hold on, let's try to... It turns out he's not going to walk over here. Okay, he did. So, light bleed, explode, defense down. Okay, he is now... Now he's shadow vulnerable. You know, the moment he dies. I really want to stick a shadow vulnerability and then get some idea of how much damage we can actually do with our does not cost any turns combo. That's tough. You know, it's tough for these enemies not being able to control their movement at all because of the multiple Floricondas pulling them. I know what that's like. Although, to be honest with you, I would have more remorse if the reason that I knew that what it was like was not that it is done to me all the time. I'm just gonna hop out of here. Now this is gonna move me back into that fire, right? Why don't I just shoot at this guy? Okay, we can apply the explosion thing with our ranged attacks, which is neat. I did not expect that. Yeah, and it's a movement ability, so it gets us in on top of enemies that are trying to run away from us. This is very, very powerful. It's kind of funny that it's called Godspeed Strike, because I think Godspeed here is being used to express speed, which is not generally the way we use that word. I'm gonna go Flame Serpent. We're gonna go like 1, 2, 3. There we go. Managed to put him in the Flame Serpent. So it is not... Feral Bite is triggering off of it. But I don't see... Yeah, I don't actually see an entry for the first Godspeed Strike. Or no, it would be one of the second or third charges. Maybe it missed, but misses are usually recorded in the combat log. Huh. Yeah, see? Oh man, if we put down Phoenix Wing and then target 3 separate enemies that are in the Phoenix area with Godspeed Strike, I wonder if it'll hit them all with the Phoenix thing in addition to the Godspeed Strike damage. We're gonna have to try that out. Yeah, I mean, this'll be good enough. We'll Phoenix Wing, and we'll go... Strike, strike... Okay. So let's see here. Yep, Phoenix Wing, Phoenix Wing. Feral Bites. It is applying our explode conditions from our Boudica passive. Man. We've put together a thing here. A real thing. Also, our ability to spend stamina is like second to none. I can burn through a lot of stam really, really quickly with those bites. Okay, let's see here. What do we want to learn now? I think I probably want Fan of Knives. Yeah, for now it can just live on this bar. I'm not gonna do a big rebalance of the positions of our abilities, probably on camera. We'll see. Maybe I will. I will endeavor not to, because that's probably not super exciting to watch. Okay, managed to move myself out of the fire. Yeah, Godspeed Strike is... This is very, very good. I'm glad I spent the 1,000 points on this before bothering to get my brigand skills, because this is huge. I really don't want to fight this guy in this hallway. Just watching the cooldown on Godspeed. Why can I not hit this guy? Alright. Let's try something else. Yeah, that worked. He's just going to keep running. So the pull sometimes does not pull at all. It seems like if there's anything in the way, it can just fail. Yeah, like I feel a little bit bad that we're getting less than maximum value out of all these fountains, but also I'm not gonna come back here. Even with the intent of coming back to use the fountains after we've spent charges so that we get maximum value out of them, I'm still not going to, and we know that from experience. Okay, so if we can kill this guy, I guess the explosion's not actually going to be meaningful, because it deals fire damage. So the Ember Spirit's not going to take anything from it. That in mind, I should have focused attacks on the Ember Spirit first, then. Let's see, the odds that you will have anything valuable for me are basically 0. Yeah. It's tough to imagine wanting to use armor that lowers your damage from melee but increases the damage you take from ranged. Ranged enemies are so dangerous. This is awesome. Oh hey, it's that guy. Let's give him a fat pumpkin. I assume I have one. I actually didn't check. Okay, I don't actually know what wasting is. Oh, it's the bigger version of that small amount of extra poison trait. You know, that's pretty significant. 18 to 22 bonus damage. That might well be worth putting on our main weapon. That's right, I gotta remember, you don't actually have to manually switch anymore. And it's been that way since the beginning of this series. It's not like that was something that was just patched in, but I'm very spacey about it. Yep, pretty good. This guy's shadow damage immune. That offhand weapon sure does the thing. And yep, look at that. We did gain health from an offhand weapon crit. Listen, I'm not trying to make it sound like I think I'm a genius or anything, but I think I've put together a heck of a build here. This is like... There's a lot of factors working in concert here. This character is going to be really super powerful once we're done. And we're already very powerful. Although I guess also we're already almost done developing. It's really, at this point, just a matter of getting all the brigand stuff. Okay, so there's the actual stairs up. Okay, this guy is the ranged guy, which means we're very unlikely to see anything we care about here. Alright, let's go do the Kragan mine real quick. This should be easy enough. And by the way, I haven't sold any real gear, like any of our fancy equipment, in a long time. So it doesn't look like we had a huge amount of money to start the episode, but actually, we totally did. And now I suspect, if you count in all the value of the equipment we have on us, we're probably basically filthy rich. Maybe I could have gotten that dagger from the casino. Well, it'll be too late now. We've gone up enough floors. I'm sure the casino will have regenerated its inventory. But I want to check. And if that thing is available, then we probably, after picking it up... Oh, you know what? It doesn't say new stock. So I think time will pass when we... How much money do we have? We have a lot. Time will pass when we go up to the second floor of the magma chamber. I don't really want to have to walk back up there, but also... We should probably try to go get that thing. Let's see, what to pick up next? Smoke Cloud is pretty good. Let's take Smoke Cloud. Just real quick here. Something... I think I'm going to take Thundering Lion off our bar, or maybe... Yeah, maybe Hold the Moon. It's hard to imagine a situation where I want to do Hold the Moon. Yeah, I'm afraid of losing it. Let's just check in here. Yeah, still available. So it is actually lower damage than our current weapon, but it also has 10% bonus crit chance. This could, at the very least, this could be our secondary dagger for when we run into enemies that are... or our current weapon could remain our secondary dagger for when we run into physical immunes. 32 tokens, so I have to generate 28. With this amount of money, we maybe can do that. So I think the dice game is a little bit less fair than it was. It seems like they've added a chance for your dice to fall off the table every time you roll, but... let's bet fairly big. There you go. All I have to do is win and get 10 tokens. That was actually way less... That was only about 5,000 gold. That was way less expensive than I thought it was going to be. I'll take that. So, we're gonna... probably just unequip this. We probably don't need to worry about that anymore. Oh, I have this set to armor. It's like, where the heck are my cards? Increase damaging effect of wild cards and roll the bones. 25 guile. We aren't getting any raw stats from this thing. So the fact that the power is 20 lower may well be offset by the guile. Actually, we can probably have a good idea of that. So our weapon power right now reports as 99. And when we equip this, our weapon power reports as 100. So very similar. I was kind of expecting to see a number, you know, in the 200s. It's a bit of a weird reporting issue. But, like, we probably want to use the thing that has the higher crit chance most of the time, I guess, right? We don't get the shadow vulnerability anymore. Yeah, but crits are really, really good. Especially with the on-crit thing being 60 charge time. So hold on. Is there anything else that we wanted here? There's always mint super brews available. No, I mean, I guess it's hard to imagine exactly what else I would want. But we should continue to check in periodically. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm going to have to go back to town and then walk back up to the magma chamber from the branch. Alright, what's up with you? Yeah, see, so every once in a while she'll just sell stuff that's item rank 5. $122 job points is a very welcome reward. Any job points at all. Very, very welcome. And I guess I haven't done this... Well, hold on. I'm not going to sell her our unequipped gear, because we're probably not... Why did I come back in here? We're probably not that far from finding the Desert Oasis, so I'll just save it for that. I just caught myself shuffling my feet under my desk again. I gotta actually be a little bit careful here. You know, the problem is I have these elegant dancer's legs. They don't want to be stilled. Yeah, the crit has to make it worthwhile to keep this equipped. These are the wrong stairs. Where are the good stairs? The good stairs are all the way down into the right. Okay. I trust my pet and his pets to be capable of dealing with random enemies. Okay, the magma chamber are these stairs, but actually we were not quite as thorough here as I thought I had been. Well, alright, well that was not very useful. Oh, hold on. Let's make sure this is paired. Okay, so we should be able to do real damage to this guy with any of our weapons. Oh, I'm paralyzed and rooted. How very annoying. I can still use abilities. Oh, it doesn't reach quite far enough to hit the other guy. That's a shame. I do hate these frost traps. You know what? He's poison immune. Oh, my weapon's not poison. I don't know why I wasn't dealing any damage. But this'll probably do some. Yeah, there we go. Don't worry, everybody. I figured it out. Yeah, and especially with, like, every bandit ability having the ability to crit and everything, I should definitely be taking any gear that has bonus crit chance on it. We even have that, we have that plus crit damage orb that we can apply, and these cards are going to be really good for us, I think. Alright, what was I doing? I was murdering everything in this mine. I guess we didn't quite manage to clear out the bottom right here. You know, I wouldn't expect a knife, or a deck of cards, frankly, to be very good at breaking rocks apart. I guess you use a pickaxe for this. The tip of a pickaxe isn't that different from, like, the end of this knife. Sort of. And there's a lot of lava around here. Yeah, man, what is my crit rate right now? 25%. That's pretty okay. That feels decent. I'll tell you what, though, I cannot wait to be done with the floors where there's lava everywhere. This mine tile set is terrible. Hold on. Okay, so that critical chance does appear to be including the 10% that's listed on here. I figured it would, but again, better to actually know than to figure. Now, one thing I don't know is whether the 10% crit chance from our main hand weapon is just plus 10% crit with this weapon, or whether it's 10% crit as long as we're holding this. Basically, whether the bonus crit chance applies to our offhand weapon strike. And I can't really think of a way to test that aside from just, like, wailing on the training dummy for 10 minutes and then parsing the combat log. Which is certainly not it's not a thing we couldn't do. Oh, no stamina at all, ever. You're not, like, fire immune or anything. You are physical immune. You know, it didn't look like you were that immune. We'll set him on fire. And then I guess, yeah, we'll switch to the Shadow Knife just in case. Okay, decent. Oh, I'm 3 job points short of another ability. I'm pretty sure I go over to that guy expecting some kind of reward every single time. Alright, we already know all the recipes. We should probably have one of each campfire food on us, just in case. Again, cannot wait to be done with the floors where everything is always lava. Are we capped on rumors? No. We should probably head back before we go up these stairs, just in case we get a rumor to find the stalker nest, which would be awfully convenient. Delight a chicken dinner-loving guardian arachnoid. Well, okay, I can do that. For that reward, yes, I can do that. And a chest in the stone-hewn halls. Sure. Awesome. It's like just really, really cool. No, my herb! I was rooted too long. Yeah, this feels like a very good character. What do I want to learn next? You know what? Shadow Step is actually amazing. Shadow Step is like first bar amazing. I'm not actually using Vine Pull very much. I mostly would rather go to things than pull them to me. But, that said, do I want to make room for it on the second bar? Man, it's hard for me to imagine that it's wrong to use Thundering Lion occasionally. So it's 1 charge per move. I wonder if Godspeed Strike will charge it up to 3, or actually it'll expend the charges immediately upon moving. But yeah, Thundering Lion, it seems like a thing I definitely want to have. This is something I'm not using though. So we could pull, we could put Vine Pull on for that. Yeah, unfortunately, when we level up enough in a little while here to... level up as a brigand, I mean. He didn't even get a turn. When we level up enough to get the second tier passive, which I think is only like one ability away, probably. This thing, the toggle, we definitely don't have room for the ability that toggles our bleeds to do poison damage, which means we won't be able to take advantage of the double bleed thing, but I think I will probably toggle them to be poison damage and then just take the ability off the bar, because I don't think there's much of a reason not to have them do poison. I guess there are a couple of enemy types that are immune to poison. Yeah, like sludge elementals and stuff. So maybe that's... I don't know. We'll see. I suppose there is one compelling reason to keep the toggle ability on the bar. The enemies that will take enough damage from our bleeds for that thing to be relevant are the tough enemies, right? They're things that are going to be alive through several of our attacks. So, I don't think it's a bad idea to specialize your bar against difficult enemies. That probably makes a lot of sense. What is this? Skill orb for gravity surge. You know, at first I thought skill orbs only really dropped for the job that you're currently doing. But it looks like that's not actually the case. We just got lucky with a bunch of our first skill orbs in a row. That said, we do still have a firebomb skill orb to apply. You know, another thing that's going to cost job points, because we don't have enough. Right, we're just going to leave that alone for now. And these pillars are everywhere, too. Listen, if anybody has any idea why there are numbers along the top and bottom of these pillars, if it's just like an inside joke from the developer or a reference to something, please do tell. I would love to know. It's driving me crazy. Alright, well, I'm probably going to get Shadow Grasped if I Godspeed Strike this guy, but also, that's fine, who cares. Actually, let's put down the Phoenix Wing first. So did it... Wow, we crit a lot. And I actually did do Phoenix Wing damage to him, too, despite the fact that I didn't actually move. So that's a question I had, was whether it required us to actually move or just to do a movement ability. But it only procced once. Yeah, I'm still not sure. Let's hop, get another Phoenix Wing shot. Just keep walking out of his AoEs and hitting him with Phoenix Wing. Yeah, this is a cool build. We have a lot of cool synergies. We have a lot of fun abilities. Brigand is super good, and Sword Dancer are super good, and perhaps, unsurprisingly, they're really extremely good together. I don't want to be next to this guy. This is terrible. Well, he wants me to be next to him. Wow. Really, this has got to be an offhand, right? No, it can't be an offhand, because my offhand does thunder damage. Yeah, I just hit him for... I mean, we have the thing, right, that causes daggers do extra damage with consecutive hits on the same target. It was the last shot of the Godspeed Strike. Yeah, this ability is completely bananas. Alright, we should probably finish this floor and then pack it in for the day. As you can probably tell, I'm having quite a bit of fun, though. Unfortunately, just have other real-life stuff that needs doing. Including cool new stuff for the channel. Hopefully, I try not to talk a lot about things that are upcoming in case I fail to deliver, which, you know, does happen. But there should be some stuff for some new games appearing over the next couple of days, hopefully. I say with hope. Okay, not much point in sticking around here. Alright, and I think we're going to just head back to town one final time here to end the episode. I haven't accomplished any of my current objectives. See, I need to find the abandoned facility and the bandit enclave. Yeah, it's a lot of job points waiting for us. Let's make sure we do a harvest, just so I don't forget. And I'm probably gonna, like, go check out the casino, make sure nothing else arrives, you know, a little bit of basic maintenance stuff before the next episode. Also buy butler's bells. I know I have a bunch of those that need to be popped. We did, by the way, get a little bit lucky. I know that the casino ended up being a lot less of a problem than I suggested it was going to be, but we did get a little bit lucky there as well. So, I'd like to run at least one of these. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do with our passives. You know, this seems like a fine time to stop and think about it. So, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time for more stabbing stuff. Listen, at this point in the series, you know what it is. If you want to see more, come back tomorrow, and we'll see you then.